You have to go. Thanks for your thoughts. Always entertaining.
Wait a second. Hold on. Are you rooting for the Guardians of the Yankees in this playoff series? Be honest.
I'm agnostic. I'm so.
All right.
Whoa.
Why
I'm
not
agnostic.
go for the underdogs? If you're gonna just not have it, why not just go for the people with 1/3 of the payroll if you have your choice?
Well, you're right. That is sort of very, very appealing.
Yeah, well, let's do it then.
Root for the Guardians.
What I just heard was go Guardians.
Don't let them peer pressure you. No. You can say I'm
No, I
checking
mean,
out.
I'm fine. It's sad. I mean, the truth is, very, very quickly, as Adam knows, anybody who grows up in the New York area grows up on baseball. My dad took me to Yankee Stadium before I was 2 years old. I remember sitting and just watching inning after inning after inning every single day. Love baseball. Moved to Pittsburgh. The Pirates were relevant, so I still love baseball. Pirates have been crap for how long now? 8 years? And I just have not been into baseball since. Like when I
now's
don't
a good time to jump back in. Watch this
Root
Guardians
for the
team.
Guardians.
You will fall in love with them. It's a great time to jump back in. They play the way every athlete should play every sport. Hard every second they're on the field.
I love that.
They are the underdogs, but you'll love them for that. Aditi,
I
thanks.
do
Good
love
luck
underdogs.
single parenting.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you.
We'll see you later.
Thanks, Aditi.
I'd buy tickets to a
Oh.
pay-per-view event, Aditi against Bull in tennis.
What you mean single?
Oh
What
my
you mean
God,
talking
she
single
killed me.
parenting?
She said she was just
he's
having
probably
a
out
single.
of town
Her
or
husband's
something.
out of
Yeah,
town.
I don't think she's talking about marital issues.
Well, you gotta look away. Hey, I live in a different community. When you say that, it's a real. Whoa.
Yeah, it's not for a moment.
It ain't no moment. It's
Well,
like,
temporarily.
Well,
single
okay,
parent.
all right, you know. Hey,
Mikey, super chat. What do you got?
Yeah, don't mean to brag. Didi answered me yesterday. But all right, 2 super chats real quick.
Oh.
We have 200
Wow.
Slick.
Indian rupees. Is that the currency in India?
Ruples.
Ruples. We
I
got
don't know.
200 ruples. This is from Rahul Ganesh. Hi, UCSS crew. Love the show from India. Been following Brad since 0-16 season. Love the show because I get to know more about the team in depth, which I don't get anywhere else here.
What's his
also
name?
started following guards and learning the game. Rahul Ganesh.
Rahul.
I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly.
My main
Thank
dude
you.
right there, Rahul from India.
See, the internet is beautiful because you get to know the reach of what you're doing.
Now watch this. Watch this.
It's also terrible because
Here's
of
the
that.
thing. There's 1 billion people in India. More. 2 billion.
We could take over that market.
Rahul. What's his name?
Rahul. R-A-H-U-L. Rahul.
Rahul. Tell all your buddies in India.
Yeah.
Watch the Ultimate
Tell
Cleveland
your
Sports
friends.
Show.
It's
Come
the
over.
We could have 1 billion subscribers by tomorrow.
It's the second largest population in the world, behind only China.
China and India.
Watch it over a family meal. I know you guys all conglomerate.
Yes.
Meals are huge in Asian culture. Please do that.
And baseball shouldn't be a stretch because what's that sport that's huge in it?
Cricket. They love
which
cricket.
is like baseball.
Yeah, it's similar.
Baseball-ish is a big sport.
So today we've got super chats from Germany and India. So
Ooh,
Do
yeah.
you want to read
Yeah,
the
our
German?
other-
Did you read the one from Germany
we
already?
did already read that from Germany. This next one, I'm not sure where Charles T's from, but he paid us in euros. So maybe another European
What's with the
country.
paying? Did I miss something?
I don't know. Apparently, there's something called Super Chat.
Super Chat,
It
and
makes
you
me
can
feel
pay.
like we're doing a telethon.
Oh,
We're not
okay.
begging for money. We're
No.
No,
not.
it's just if
Don't
they wanna
speak for
support
me.
the show, they can pay.
Let them talk. Say for
Yeah.
it. Hey, support the show. Support good content. This content
It's like PBS.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we're running a mini series. It's called Civil War.
Yeah, tote bags you can get.
Wikipedia and PBS are
Yeah.
great companies, right?
No, it just works
And
like this, Bo. If they want to support us, they
Gotcha.
can. We're not
Okay.
asking for money. If
Yeah,
you-
we're
you
not
are
asking for
awesome.
money.
So this guy's
But if you
paying in
do-
dollars.
I guess if you like what we're doing and you want to send rubles,
And we will
or
read your
support.
comment on air. If you do send it, we will read your comment on air in
Okay.
some capacity. This is from Charles T. He says, Bull was right, Baker sucks. DJ is
Thank
the new
you.
OBJ. G was right on AB's personnel moves. It might be Paul D's call, though. Jay Haslam talk killed the feed Monday. I believe that for sure.
Yeah,
I think it did. I'm telling you.
Shout out Charles T.
I mean, as soon as we went there,
you
I
know-
could just hear Jimmy yelling to D, "Pull the plug, D."
By the
Do
way,
you remember when Don Imus shut down Howard Stern? in
Yes,
Cleveland?
I do.
That
Yes.
happened?
Yeah,
I heard
it was
about
here,
that.
right? Yep.
Yes.
Was
right
here
here
in
in
Cleveland.
in fact, I happened to be listening to Stern. It was sometime last week. I forgot to mention this, and somebody called and was making fun of Cleveland, and Stern defended Cleveland.
Stern loves Cleveland.
He said Cleveland was great to me when I was in radio. He like ripped the guy.
His demo,
Yeah.
in the nutshell, is us. It's Cleveland. He does best in markets like this.
Yes.
Working class dudes that love to crack open a beer at 5:30. They
Yeah.
love to work their ass off. They love to go to sporting events. They love the kind of things that he talks about on his program.
His show's very different now than it was back in those days.
Yes.
Let me
very
tell you,
much so.
Stern's old show, for my money, was the best thing I'll ever hear on radio.
It was the best. I love
Today,
his. Now I only like
he's
his
a
interviews.
great interviewer.
Yes,
he's
but
the best interviewer.
The
in
rest
the
of the show's not very good anymore.
No, it's way.
But he gets much better guests now because he's not as
You're right.
controversial.
Mikey, we doing good bet?
One last real quick thing before we get to good bet, bad bet. Rahul's still watching. He says it's rubles, not rubles. Rubles is in Russia, so he did not pay us in Russian currency. He paid us in rubles.
Boo, Russia.
Now, what?
Russia
That's
sucks.
my bad, Rahul.
How many
Love
rupees
you.
did he give us? 200?
Yeah, it's
Is that like $1?
$2.43 in U.S. currency.
Love it.
Shout out to our man.
Love
Rahul.
it.
So where are we going for lunch?
Thanks for
We should not accept rubles because bleep Russia, man.
Thank you for enduring our ignorance of all cultures.
Are we? Do we have an embargo?
Hey, let's do
No
good
one
bet,
watches
bad
us
bet,
in
though,
Russia. I
and
don't
win
even
these
know that they have
people
free internet.
some-
No, they
some
don't.
real money too. Let's do good bet, bad bet.
Okay,
real quick.
yeah, let's do it. Where are we?
We
What's
got the
standings?
standings from yesterday. They are updated, and then we will get to our offensive prop bets. And
All right.
Jay, you are first, so we'll show the standings. It is still a G. Bush world that we're all just living in. Jay,
Ooh, I
G,
fell behind.
Jason.
I fell behind
I'm
Jason.
dialed
right
in.
there.
Man, I'm tied with
But Jay, you
Brad.
have a
I'm
chance
dialed
to make up some games here. Let's start with your bet card on the offensive
you are
prop
dialed
bets.
in. All right. I was a little bullish on. I think the reason I'm under on Chubb. What do the Browns do best?
Wow.
They run the ball.
What does Bill
Belichick do
Shut
for a
down the
living,
best.
and what has he done for 30 years? He takes away what the opponent does best. Chubb is going to have a lot of 2-yard runs, I'm afraid, on Sunday. They're going to have to do it in other ways. That's why I took the over on Jacoby, because Bill's going to pay less attention to what the Browns do that can't hurt them. So he's going to pass for over 218. I think Hunt will go over because they're receiving yards. And hell, 29.5, that's 3 catches for him. I think Cooper's going to go under because Bill likes to take away the best thing that your offense does, and he focuses next on the second best thing. And the second best thing has been Amari Cooper. And DPJ will be the benefactor of Cooper getting double covered. So there you have it.
Hard to argue.
G. Bush.
Yeah, let's go bring these numbers up real quick. I'm gonna go 218 over for Jacoby Brissett. I think we see him what his range is. He's gonna always be 215 to 230, somewhere in that range. Hopefully he can minimize the interceptions. I'm going over for 99 rushing yards for Nick Chubb. Right now, today, I think Nick Chubb is the best player in the league, including quarterback.
Player. No kidding.
Player. No person is as dominant and hard to stop as Nick Chubb. He does it consistently against 8-man boxes. He does it when you got good defenses, bad defenses, or you just blow us. He's to me right now, for my money, he's the best player, even in a quarterback-driven league.
Wow.
I'm gonna go under for Hunt. I don't think he'll get 30 yards. I think he'll get 2 receptions, 20-something. I don't even think he'll hit 30. And when you look at Amari Cooper, did I put over or under for that?
You were over for everything else.
Over for everything else. And by the way, Donovan Peoples-Jones, I think he caught the ball really well last week. Diving catches, he caught the ball. I think he played really well last week. So there's where we at.
Shout him out.
Totally fair. Let's take a look at mine. Here we go.
Polk went contrarian to everyone else.
Yep, I'm a real jerk. I'm not super impressed right now. I will say this. I agree with. I have the same thought process with Chubb. I think that they're really going to focus in on him. Otherwise, I think that he could have gone over. Did I tell you guys that I literally cried a couple of weeks ago when watching Chubb run because I was so happy? I was so happy that I started to cry. And Stephanie looked at me and she goes, "Are you crying?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am. I'm crying. I'm not ashamed of it. I owned it." I'm like, "Yeah."
Bro, that happened. Like, for me, I don't know if it's just his attachment to him. Like, he's just like, when
It's
I
just
saw
so beautiful.
When I see him pacing the sideline when they lost.
Yeah.
And he didn't,
That's the worst thing I can see.
I was like, dang, bro.
There's no player on this franchise that you could. I don't know how you pick fault at this guy.
I know.
Personally, professionally, the work ethic, the effort he gives every Sunday. You have to. I'm afraid we're Barry Sandersing this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that's what we're doing.
Could be.
We've got the best back in the league, and we're turning him. We're Barry Sanders.
I don't want to say if he showed up next year and was like, guys, I'm gonna hang it up.
I would never. I would
be
listen.
sick.
I couldn't blame him if he said after this contract, I'm going to find an organization that has a little more function in it.
Yeah,
I'm going to leave.
I think
I
he
would not fault him for it.
I wouldn't be surprised if he just said,
Now, I don't think he's that kind of guy.
Yeah.
I think he's more like Joe Thomas, where he said, yeah, we suck, and I know it, but I'm pretty good, and I'm just going to play on a team that sucks.
Yep.
Because
my
that's who
card.
drafted me.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's see.
You guys are going way over the top.
Wow. No, you
across
are.
the board. Let me tell you something. You
I
got
don't know what has gotten
Literally
into
over
him.
the top.
You got to be.
Guaranteed to win.
You got to be out of your mind to think Nick Chubb's not going to get 100 yards rushing. The Patriots are a fraud. We're all being prisoner of the moment. They played great against the Lions. The Lions suck.
They had the number one offense, Bull.
It's irrelevant. It's 4 games, and in 2 of those games, they were down big and put up a ton of yardage in garbage time. Jared Goff's not good. Their best running back was hurt in the Lions. DeAndre Swift, he didn't play. So come on now. Let's not make it like the Lions.
Hope that
They
you're right.
faced 2 good run offenses. The Packers and the Ravens, and those teams ran all over the Patriots, all over them. Both of them combined, they averaged over 7 yards per carry on the ground. The Patriots quarterback sucks. He's not an NFL quarterback. Okay, he had 1 good game against the worst team. Dan Campbell should be fired. Idiots watched Hard Knocks and said, I'm going to bet money on the Lions. More people bet on the Lions than all but 1 team to win the
their
Super
record?
Bowl. They're 1-4.
More people bet on the Lions than all but one team
All but
to
one
win
team
the Super Bowl.
To win the Super Bowl.
That's
Well,
crazy.
but explain that.
Because they were on Hard
They're on
Knocks
Hard
and people
Knocks.
get carried
no,
away.
in love with them.
Also, you're not making money betting on the Rams.
Well, oh, sure, but
You're making
still.
money bet-
But
and-
to bet the Lions? I mean, who thought the Lions? They have Jared Goff as their quarterback. That sucks.
You got a gambling
Dan
problem.
Campbell's.
you do have a gambling problem.
If that's the only prop bet you would have.
You know how all the gambling commercials now have to run that disclaimer?
Yeah.
And if you have a gambling problem,
Call that
please call
number.
1-800-DON'T-BET or
Dan
whatever.
Campbell's a buffoon.
When you bet the Lions, they should have to read you a disclaimer.
Yeah.
And you may have a gambling
Yes.
problem. Call 1-800-DON'T-BET.
Don't do
Jared
that.
Goff does the
The
commercial.
Lions, there are much worse organizations than the Browns. The Browns owner is trash. He sucks. He's awful. But listen, things are not as bad. Since Stefanski's been coached, they actually have a winning record. There's plenty of teams that don't have a winning record since then. I expect more. I know you don't want to wait till next year, even though next year probably is more likely. None of us thought the Browns were going to be great this year when we knew Watson was going to be suspended. So, yeah, there's some issues here, but let's not get carried
Well,
away.
if
We're
you're
still
right-
5 games in.
if you're right.
Yeah.
I will, on Monday, wear the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show with all of our faces blacked out and only your face showing.
That's it. You should do.
I
If
will
they
do
win.
He has to hit all 5 of those, or if they just win.
If they win.
If they
Yeah.
win.
If
He'll wear
they
it
win,
with just
I will
Bull's
wear
face.
that Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show T-shirt with
Yes.
all of our faces blacked out and just Bull's face in
That's
the
it.
middle.
What if we print out 4 other or whatever, 5
That's
other pictures
kinda-
of Bulls, so it's all Bulls?
But that's-
I'll
6
wear
of them.
that.
Yeah, I'll
I
make
will
that.
wear that T-shirt.
I'll make that.
That's an easy bet, man. All they got to do is win.
What is
He's
the-
wearing Baker Mayfield's jersey.
I'm
if they
going to wear
lose.
Baker Mayfield's jersey, or at least have it with me. I don't know if they'll have one big enough to fit me, but if they, I'll bring it in. I will buy. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to buy it till Sunday. It probably won't be here by Monday.
Well, at
but
some
I will
point,
wear
probably
it.
comes in, you'll wear it.
I will buy it and wear it as soon as I get it if the Browns lose
McNuggets,
this week.
what's the internet saying?
First off, we got one more super chat. William Wise says, just got my UCSS shirts, rocking them proudly. We appreciate
I
you.
heard from a lot of people over the weekend that bought the shirts.
Shout out to
Nice,
my man
love it.
William
Shout out to our guy,
Wise,
William
man.
Wise.
William, you're a wise man.
Cleveland Clothing Company.
Yes, we love them all. Buy more. They're still on sale. Cleveland Clothing Company will drop the link in the chat. But today, what the internet tells us is brought to us by our good friends, our best friends, our BFFs for life
Love
at
these guys.
PCC Airfoils. Are you looking for a job with career advancement and great benefits? PCC Airfoils is the leading manufacturer in Northeast Ohio. All locations of PCC Airfoils in Eastlake, Mentor, Wickliffe, and Minerva are hiring for all positions starting at $18 and up, plus full benefit packages, paid time off, and a signing bonus. You can apply online at precast.com/careers to learn more.
PCC Airfoils. Airfoils.
Okay, yeah.
PCC Airfoils. Airfoils.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. That might be one.
That was it, Bull. I like that one a lot.
That
woke
might
up.
be one.
That woke up Minerva.
Hey, you got one right there.
no doubt.
That's a hit. That's a hit record.
That's his first Queen song that he's covered.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does anybody ever been
Parody.
to Minerva?
Yes.
You've been to Minerva?
We played football and baseball games over there all the time.
All right.
I'm not convinced it
All right, so the
exists.
question we asked the internet this week,
Bull wasn't sure it existed.
He
we
sounds
ask
made
this
up.
often, but I do think it's applicable this week. I will die on the hill that I think this is a must-win. Bull has declared guaranteed victory. So we asked, do you consider Sunday's game against New England a must-win for the Browns? We got some good answers, and let's take the first one real quick. This is from Sports Talk. Spicer, season's already over. Just
Loser.
focus on the 6th game with
Wow.
Watson.
Loser.
Good reps. So he's not rusty for 2023. Number 2.
By the way, that tweet doesn't even make any sense. Even if you thought, like, he's going to get those reps whether they're in it or not. So what do you mean we got to focus on just getting his reps?
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
That's reality.
Yeah.
Answer number 2, Anthony. Let's keep this moving. This from Mike. He says 100%. They, as in the Patriots, have no playmakers. None. Either side of the ball. If we can't beat Bailey Zappi at home, the season is lost. This needs to be over by mid-third quarter.
Yeah. I can tell you this, if they win, it'll be in the last minute.
In a
So the
painful
next
way.
one, this is from Dragon Hayabusa. Yes, it is due to tiebreakers, which aren't in our favor so far, and that's what's coming up on the schedule. We need to win this game now. Can we? Yes. The biggest question is, will our real defense stand up?
How are tiebreakers not in their favor? A division, they're 1-0. I mean,
Yeah,
I haven't played the Ravens and Bengals
That's
yet.
that's the tiebreaker right now.
Right.
And last but not least, the best answer we got. About as big of a must as the must coming off the breath of Polk after drinking the hot dog.
I still taste that, by the way. It has not left. That was 2 months ago.
You know, that left quite
that
an
long ago?
imprint on
I
our
don't know.
viewers.
Yeah,
mean-
that haunted a lot of people. But you see, even if they're freaked out or something, they have a memory now that they'll always associate with us, and it sticks with you. There's no such thing as bad advertising, you
There's
guys.
still hot dog smear on our
Yeah,
table.
It is. Yep, we had to hose this whole room down.
If they lose to the Patriots, man, I'm willing to say I don't even know where to go with that. Like, you know,
That was the one of the remaining that we said, well, we can get that one.
Yeah, I don't even know where you can go with that. I mean, they're just, and then some of it, we need to stop talking about will the real defense stand up. I don't know John Johnson. He's been here for like 2
Right.
years. Let's not act like we saw him make no plays over this way.
No,
I don't know
but-
what Grant Delpit is. He missed 1 year.
But guys like Denzel Ward and Myles Garrett should be playing better.
Yes,
Yeah.
right. But that's 2 guys. That's all. That's what one of the issues why I'm mad with Andrew Berry. Because, and people always say, well, yeah, you know, you just want to run everybody out of town. I'm like, no, listen, man, it's about roster construction. He admitted to himself that he did not have the players that he wanted at linebacker. Let me know the last time you lose, and then 10 minutes later, it's a trade already done.
Well, I don't want to criticize the guy. I mean, he's being aggressive. I like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, all of his draft picks are still on the roster.
not anymore.
he
He cut,
just got-
Oh, you're right. That was the first one.
Who'd he cut?
He cut. No, they released. No, he wasn't a draft pick.
yeah, they
Did he
no,
trade for him?
No.
they
Who,
did.
count?
LeCount. They
Yeah,
cut
yeah,
no
yeah.
draft pick.
Was he a draft pick?
He was draft
Count
pick.
was a
Andrew
draft
Berry?
pick. He's the first draft pick Andrew Berry has released.
All the other ones are still there.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
That'll change at the end of this year.
Yes, all the defensive
gonna have to.
tackles, all of them.
No,
And the
he'll bring
package
He'll bring
deal.
LeCount back. That's what'll happen.
He's on the practice squad.
That's
So
all
He
Yeah,
is on
yeah.
the practice squad. Yeah.
Okay, so they're all on the Browns roster.
Yeah.
All of his draft picks. He must be a great GM.
Yes.
All of his picks are still with us.
Yep, must make perfect decisions.
At some point, you are what your record says you are. Remember, Bill
Yep.
Parcells
Yeah.
famously said that.
They're just not good.
I mean, but here's the weird thing, though, about what the Browns do and who they are. They always do enough to keep us interested, and then they break our hearts in the end. So I think they'll stay in the season all the way through, and then Week 17 they'll lose in the last second, and then our hearts will officially.
It's just like Denzel Ward and Joe Hayden, right? We were always ready to say, oh, he's a top 5. No. Every time we wanted to be like this, we got it locked out. No. They're the same trajectory, bro. Like I ain't seen nothing where it was like, oh, this is Revis. I ain't seen nothing
Yeah,
where
no.
this
Hey,
is
but
like
how
what
many
was
guys are that
Garrett's Pro Football
$100 million
Focus grade?
at that.
Let's
Actually,
play guess the
they
grade.
came out within the last hour. I
Yeah,
went to
and
jump
so
in.
every week we watch Garrett not have an impact, and
Right.
then Pro Football Focus comes out and he's the highest graded defensive lineman.
He was not the
defensive end.
highest graded defensive player in this game. He was the second for the Browns. Can you guess who was first?
What, Clowney?
Nope. I'll give you a hint.
Delpit.
Not Delpit.
Greg Newsome.
He only
Greg
played
Newsome made some
19
plays.
snaps. Newsome was third. Newsome played well. He only played 19 snaps.
Yeah.
But he's one of G. Bush's favorite.
Taki.
Rochelle.
That
Rochelle,
you know.
Rochelle.
So if he's the highest graded defensive player,
And that had to be an 81 or 2.
He had an 85.
what did Garrett grade out at?
80.
Their methodology is questionable.
What?
2 tackles?
He had 2 tackles. He had 80. Some guys
sacks?
on the other end of this. Perrion Winfrey, a 38. He was the lowest ranked player. Alex Wright, 38.5. Taven
Terrible.
Bryan, 40. John Johnson, 42. Denzel Ward, 42. Joker, 43. Jordan Elliott, 48.
Guys, these are
Tommy Togiai, 50.
I felt like my boy
Taki
Emerson had a good
58.
game.
Emerson is
'Emerson
70s.
fifth. Emerson played fifth. He had a 73.
These are all
0.5.
raging Fs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Raging Fs.
Yeah.
Like, even if you used a bell curve, they're raging Fs.
Yes. Worse than the league Fs.
And so at some point, I'm not one to call for people's jobs. We don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
But at some point, if all of the students in the class are failing, there's one common denominator. Who the
teaching
hell's
them?
teaching them?
Yeah, right.
And that's what we have here.
Yes.
Everybody is putting out failing grades with very few exceptions. So at some point, you have to look and say, well, who the hell's teaching them?
I think the talent is maybe not as good as we thought in the beginning of the year, but it's not as bad as it's playing. And I do think a lot of it's on the coach.
All right.
And we
Mikey?
have the offensive grades real quick before we move on. Do you want to? Who would you think played the best in the Browns
Chubb.
offensive? Nope, he was fifth.
Oh, see those grades? Those grades are trash.
I'll go, let's see. Well, wait. We got to do linemen and stuff, too, right?
Yeah.
Batonio,
I mean, we
Batonio
probably
finished
hit-
first. Batonio had a 94 grade. He must have played unbelievable. And I do
did.
trust their
Always does.
lineman grades more than I trust anything else.
Yeah,
It's
they
hard
are
to
good at
watch them.
offense.
Yeah, I have no
linemen.
idea what's going on there.
And Teller played really
Well,
well.
what was Chubb's grade?
77.
How is he 7? I
But
got
he
to
was-
talk to them
here's
about
why.
that. How's
Ready?
it?
He had a 81 running grade, a 51 passing. He had the drop.
There you go.
You know, that's not a drop. That was on Brissett. That
I
ball
agree-
was
I agree,
overthrown.
But here's what really got him. He
You
got
guys remember the one I'm
15
talking about? He dove.
Yep.
You know, he didn't dive for it, but he would have had to dive for it. He's not that guy.
The one thing that really knocked him, he had a 15.9 pass blocking grade.
I did see him
in pass blocking.
Yeah, I did see him get blown up
Yeah.
twice on
Okay.
pass block.
So
But
there it
that
is.
may be why his grade, his running grade by itself would have been second on the team, third on the team, behind
Okay.
Njoku, who had a 90 receiving grade in the game, and Batonio, who played phenomenal.
The joke has been good.
Imagine being
He's
people
been
have to quantify those things and watch that and say, I'm going to give him a 51 on that. Like somebody, how do they do that?
Well, here's
They analyze every snap. Did you beat your man? Did you do your job?
that can be
But
subjective,
It is
too.
subjective also because they don't know the play call.
Well, they had him for a drop on the Brissett overthrow.
Right.
That's 100% on Brissett.
Well, no. Here's why. Okay, so say for instance, if you've played and you watch football, you can look at just a basic alignment and just say, okay, this is base front. This guy has this gap. This guy has this gap. This guy is this gap. Then you can say, were you in your gap? 2, were you getting knocked off the ball?
What if there's a stunt coming and it's not a basic your man against your man that you're
So,
lined up
so
against?
if you do a stunt, you can also tell, okay, you just ran a stunt. So are you playing the run on that stunt? Like if you run a stunt, you just run upfield and they run a
But
draw.
you know that there are some stunts where the offensive lineman is supposed to say, in this circumstance, if they don't send anybody, I'm blocking him. But if they send somebody, I'm going to cheat or I'm going to help chip or do whatever. And there's times where I've had players tell me, fans can watch that and think that it was me, but it wasn't me. That wasn't my assignment on that play. I
Yeah.
did my assignment.
There-
And that's probably happened to you.
There's times where there are. It's not an exact science.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to get it 100% accurate unless you got the play call and the play sheet and you know
Right.
what the person. But generally speaking, it's the best you can get to. They're looking
I
at.
think we treat it too much like it is a science. It's a very flawed measurement system, in my view.
It's like polling.
There's no
polling
great
results.
measurement system, especially for linemen and defensive players.
Now, I
Yes.
think there is, but I think it's done by the coaches that know exactly what was called on that specific
Right,
play.
but you-
and then they can say, so if the Browns grade Chubb at an 85 or whatever, I'm saying, okay, they know. But when somebody outside the building is trying to grade what everybody is doing
but
on
that's
all
like-
these plays, it's a guess.
But that's like, well, you have to think about it like this too. That's just one part of it. Lining up and what you're supposed to do.
Right.
But I can look at you and say, oh, you're too high on that play. I can look at you and say you didn't win that pass rush. I can look
Right.
at you and say you got drove off the ball. I can look at a bunch, oh, you missed a tackle. There's one item on there as far as what your assignment is. So they have a lot of different other things that they can look at. Footwork, back pedal, if you're a cornerback. Did you reroute the receiver? All those good things. And then they take that in a total picture and say, okay, this is what we think your grade would be.
All right.